And in our top business story, the recent fuel and power subsidy reforms in the UAE will have a sustainable impact on the government's finances and could be visible in fiscal balances, according to economists. A local report quoting economists from the Standard Chartered Bank stated that the bank is revising its 2016 fiscal surplus forecast higher to 2.5% of GDP from 2.2% previously, in order to capture the savings on current expenditure next year. The reports added that the bank's economists believe that energy subsidies have been a drag on financial resources, which now can be used more productively elsewhere, such as in education and infrastructure. In addition, they stated that they distort consumer incentives and are not environmentally sustainable. Fuel prices in the UAE have been kept low thanks to fuel price controls on gasoline and diesel. The resultant losses to the government fuel distribution companies were estimated at 12 billion dirhams in 2012. Total subsidies and transfers cost the UAE government $17 billion in 2014, accounting for 12% of total government spending. Of this, about $7 billion was spent on petroleum subsidies. It is estimated that the new pricing policy linked to global prices could save up to $7 billion in 2016, depending on how quickly prices are allowed to rise. Global property developer Emaar Properties has announced a net profit of 2.205 billion dirhams during the first 6 months of the year, which is 12% higher than the net profit of 1.977 billion dirhams for the first half of 2014. According to a company statement, the positive growth of Emaar was underlined by the robust performance of its shopping malls, retail and hospitality businesses, which together contributed 2.9 billion dirhams during the first 6 months of the year, which is 45% of the total revenue recorded at 6.497 billion dirhams for H1. Emaar reported that international revenues during H1 represented 18% of its total revenue of 1.171 billion dirhams, 36% higher than the same period last year. During the second quarter of the year, Emaar recorded a net profit of 1.179 billion dirhams, a 16% year-on-year increase and 15% improvement quarter-on-quarter. Commenting on the performance, Mohammed Al-Abbar, the chairman of Emaar Properties, said that the positive performance of Emaar is led by its deep-rooted commitment to create sustained value for stakeholders. He also added that it reflects the success of the company's strategic approach of building value by monetizing core-performing businesses and international operations, as well as the strengthening high-performing subsidiaries. Companies in the UAE have been recruiting at reduced levels in recent months, partly due to falling oil prices, with the number of jobs created dropping by 1% in June from the first quarter of the year. The latest UAE Employment Monitor report by Morgan McKinley also showed that there were less people looking for jobs in the UAE as more employment opportunities open up in other markets like the UK, Ireland, America, Australia and Asia. According to the report, the decline in oil prices has slowed down the recruitment market in the country, with the number of vacancies offered dropping from 8,213 in the first 3 months of 2015 to 8,109 in the second quarter. Recruitment specialists had earlier confirmed that companies in the oil and gas sector are trimming down their workforce as they seek to reduce operational costs amid weak fuel prices. The impact is also being felt across the globe, with companies in the industry, including oilfield services firms, parts manufacturers and steel pipe makers, shedding at least 75,000 workers worldwide as of March this year, according to a Forbes report. However, despite the decline in hiring activities, the authors of the study believed that more jobs will be up for grabs in the UAE during the rest of the year as a result of new investments which are expected to come into the market, as well as new real estate and infrastructure projects which are set to be launched before the end of the year. The Department of Economic Development in Dubai has announced 2 new initiatives to honor local business establishments that have complied with DED regulations and completed 25 years without incurring any fines or committing violations. Making the announcement at a press conference held in Dubai, officials said they are launching Silver Jubilee of Commercial Commitment, a first-of-its-kind initiative in the region, and also observing Compliance Day on 3rd of September every year to raise awareness about the best practices in business and also honour those companies which have complied with DED regulations. DED representatives highlighted that there are many companies in the UAE that have shown extraordinary commitment to uphold the law by continuing a tradition of excellence in delivering products and services on time, while also strengthening the local market. It was stated that business entities in Dubai enjoy a high level of transparency in dealing with consumers and commitment to quality and best practices, and DED is striving hard to achieve the economic goals of the country. It was mentioned that more than 1,800 companies have become eligible for the Silver Jubilee of Commercial Commitment initiative out of a total of over 200,000 registered businesses in Dubai. The department emphasized that the new initiative will improve Dubai's commercial standing as a global leader in facilitating a perfect environment for doing business.
Because Dubai is an open market and everybody can invest here because of the facilities that the Emirates is providing, and because we are very close to 2020 Expo. So I believe a lot of companies want to be a part of this successful city. This is a part. The other part, we have consumers from all the international customers. We have tourists, we have residents. So that's which this might let's say create some negative practices which we try to reduce over the time. We wanted to address that Dubai is a secure place to have a shopping. It's a good market to invest, and we of course want to enhance the good practices upon the companies. Thinking about this the Silver Jubilee, we have 1,800 companies between 200,000, and we believe that next years we will increase that number.